2 teams have emerged from our open bracket to join our 6 invited teams. 3 out of 6 who had a perfect record in the Swiss-style round robin, and the second-place tiebreak winner, Wind Tunnel Tactics. They have a tough road ahead of them, however, as Wind Tunnel takes on Jasmine T, who are undefeated in their group, and 3 out of 6 face number 2 seed Crowns. Full Tilt ended their day with a draw against Jasmine T. The point proved important as Fro Yao's loss to Crowns gave Full Tilt the number 3 seed in a matchup versus comfortably spanked. Fro Yao will have to play Xenix, a team that was surging at the end of yesterday and certainly feeling good about their chances today. Today will be the end of the road for 5 of our 8 teams and surely filled with some more exciting Team Fortress 2 action. Games will be getting started shortly, but before they do, let's jump over to our panel of experts for some in-depth analysis. And take it away, Getawhale.
It away. Hello and welcome. We're back. Day 2 of the Insomnia 58 LAN here in gorgeous, rainy Birmingham, England. We're pleased to be back. My name is Getawhale. I'm joined again, of course, by Xavier, CommanderX Hardy, the Sheriff of Nottingham, and Chris WARHURYEAH Parker. Not a sheriff, but he's working on his certification, I understand.
No.
He's not. I was lied to. So we're here again, and we're excited because as fantastic as yesterday was, and as exciting as yesterday was, and as close as it was only sort of the warm-ups in a sense. It was the open stages, the group stages. Today is when it actually matters, and today is when people are actually playing for their tournament lives, and that's more exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see a lot of heartbreak. I want to see some people go home. I want to see lives devastated.
Yeah. We're going to pull up the brackets here and sort of have a look. If you missed yesterday, we can get an idea of what we're looking at. Jasmine T, of course, atop the bracket, the unknown quantity, as was mentioned yesterday many a time, and the team that not a lot of people were sure about, they certainly earned their spot at the top of that bracket. We see, of course, the other teams listed there as well. WARHURYEAH, what are your thoughts based on how yesterday shaped up and looking at these brackets? What sticks out in your mind first of all? This is just kind of a word association thing. Like, what's the first thing? Blurt it out.
Hunger.
Hunger?
Yeah.
Can we feed our analysts, please?
Don't be daft.
We're being, yeah.
Didn't even yesterday.
But I mean, you see here, you know, we can perhaps imagine how some of these matchups may turn out, but some of them are really more question marks, and especially as we advance toward the finals.
I think all of them are going to be pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
By a large margin.
What I'm looking at is the next rounds. Once the winners advance, I'm looking at the matchups that we might be looking at. For example, you know, we're not trying to get ahead of ourselves here, but
I think it's right to. I mean, I don't really think anybody is going to pull an upset. Like Xenix, they're not going to beat Froyotech. The only thing that they really need to do is actually put in a good performance.
Yep.
To hopefully get themselves a confidence boost. After the multiple excuses yesterday that they had, there are none today.
Yep.
Because they need to stop being pussy bitch boys and just play good TF2.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they're bad players, so that may not be possible. But
okay,
it'll
be a struggle.
Yeah, it will be a struggle. But yeah, I think all these first round games are going to be very, very, very one-sided.
Yep.
Obviously, the second round is going to be a little bit closer, but it's the teams that are going to get knocked down that it's going to be dependent on how they sort of take it and how they sort of use it.
Yep.
Some teams get a little bit too disheartened, but others use it as a platform. Last year we saw Froyotech get knocked down in a lower bracket.
Yep.
And they sort of did very, very well. I believe Reason Gaming as well, they came through and finished third.
Yep.
And I think even at i58 there were quite a few teams that had gotten knocked down into the lower bracket but just kept on ploughing through.
Yep.
So some teams will use it into their favour, but I believe that in the lower bracket there is no sort of excuses, and that's when we're going to sort of see some big pallies.
Big pallies. I think you made a typo there. Yeah, we're looking at the upper bracket, of course, and if you're familiar with the format, we have also the lower bracket. There are no teams there just as of yet, and that's just just how it works. But as we progress throughout the day, I like to call it the second chance bracket, because if you're in that bracket, as you mentioned, you're not necessarily bad. Doesn't mean you've done poorly, but it means that perhaps you came up against another strong team, and you'll have an opportunity to sort of look at what you did in that first series and come back and face them again, and maybe know how to deal with them the second time around. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, I think a big part of it is going to be obviously we're going to map picks. Everything yesterday was all just randomly generated, so certain maps work better for certain teams and matchups, and you just get lucky, get unlucky. Whereas now it's everyone gets to pick and ban what they want, so it's going to be a lot more tactical before the game. And because you've got a best of 3 series, you've also got, again, you can lose a map and still win the series. It doesn't all come down to that one game. And also, we're going to have people are actually going to win maps today, no ties.
People are actually going to win maps. There were some images on Twitter and on the internet of ties. Neck ties, for example. Yeah.
I took off my tie because there will be none today.
There will be no ties today.
You didn't have one yesterday either.
That is true. I was very confident that nobody would tie.
What do you mean when you say you took it off?
I had it on the way here. I walked into the venue.
Tie, maybe.
It's on my chair.
Well, your word means nothing to me now. We're still recovering yesterday from the comments that we had made. But listen, the first match that we have coming up, we're going to be able to see Froyo in action, who didn't seem bothered yesterday by the mulching of their captain's peripherals in some sort of tractor machine or mulcher.
Yeah, I believe he came by tractor from America.
Tractor, yeah. It's a long ride. It's a wet ride. A lot of Americans come here by tractor, though. But no, I mean, certainly there were a lot of people wondering, is Banny going to be... I'm not trying to belabor the point too much on the Banny thing, but, you know, some people were looking and saying, is he going to be tilting? Is he going to be going bonkers? But, I mean, they made their top 4.
I don't think he's tilting, but he's certainly not being the standout player that we're used to seeing from him. He's not playing badly, but when he's sort of a linchpin, he's the guy on the team, the most experienced, their best player.
So you expect them to step up bigger today, or are you looking at someone else on that team to step up, Froyo?
I think everyone played pretty solid on Froyo, but Banny's the one I'm expecting more from today.
What do you think, War? Is it going to be even bigger stuff today for the Froyo team that we're going to be seeing right off the bat here, or...
Yesterday we saw a lot of performances from the other players, you know, the non-headliners step up. Paddy yesterday, after having a bit of a rough game, on the map that was Granary versus a team that I can't remember.
Full Tilt.
Yes, Full Tilt. On process, when he played, I think it was Jasmine T, he was very, very, very good. So it's good to see that the other players are stepping up, and I think as long as they sort of go into this day with a little bit more confidence now, and maybe more settled, because it is the first LAN for some, they should hopefully hit their stride.
Well, we're going to get to see Froyo Tech. We're going to get to see all those other teams as well. We'll see who gets to step up today, who's going to be the real stars of Saturday. We're pleased you're here with us. We are going to take a break first of all, however. So stick with us here. We will be back, and we will have TF2 before too long here at the NEC in Birmingham on Team Fortress TV. Don't go anywhere.